Tougher gun control measures continue to get attention in Congress. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Sonia Srivastava. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, a U.S. Senate panel passes 2 gun control measures that would enhance background checks on prospective gun owners and improve safety in schools. The bills now move to the Senate floor for a full vote. Meanwhile, cyclists from Sandy Hook, Connecticut passed through our area today on their way to Capitol Hill. The group is known as Team 26, representing each victim of the elementary school shooting. The Newtown to D.C. bike tour left Saturday riding hundreds of miles through New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania on their way to Washington. Local cyclists hosted a pit stop in College Park today before joining the group for the last rainy 35-mile stretch.
One thing that's been really uplifting to us about this ride is the word we've been getting back from home. It seems to resonate with folks that they see our ride, they see something that's positive coming out of our town. And people have been very emotional about it, which has really kind of spurred us along. The ride's been awesome. We're now 370 miles into the ride. Started Saturday morning. We had awesome weather until this morning, but our spirits are high, and we're looking forward to getting to the Capitol.
Team 26 will join other groups this afternoon for a rally against gun violence on the west lawn of the Capitol. Some of the riders plan to stay for Moms Take the Hill Day tomorrow. Now others say they'll be heading back to Sandy Hook tonight via car or train. Well, as federal lawmakers continue budget talks, local school systems grapple with the impact of sequestration on education programs. Today, Congressman Steny Hoyer met with about 24 parents and teachers at Paint Branch Elementary School in College Park. The discussion centered on Head Start programs, which would see more than 406 in funding cuts due to the sequester. Sandra DaCosta attributes her 9-year-old daughter's success in school to Head Start and is now concerned her son may lose out.
They called me on the phone because I filled a nutritional program, and they were asking me. They asked a question, do you have problem buying food and stuff? And I said sometime. And they called me and they said, we have a community bank in the neighborhood, so if you want food, they give me 3 addresses, I can go for food. And I was like, wow, that's good. When my daughter was in the program, they helped me get CPR certification and different things. So it's not only about the children, it's about us too.
What we see is that we could lose teachers, we could lose slots for students. As you heard from these parents, be advantaged by their experience in Head Start. So that we're trying to elicit their support and talking to other people about the differences you heard some of these parents and grandparents said it made in the lives of their children and grandchildren.
Now, approximately 800 children currently enrolled in Head Start in Maryland would lose their spots as a result of sequestration. In Prince George's County, 50 slots would be in jeopardy. Well, as law enforcement officials and community organizations continue to battle the surge of violence against teens, one county councilman brings together another group to address the issue. Derek Davis and the Prince George's County Council voted to approve the Parents Academy workshop during its session today. The group will be comprised of educators and community leaders who will look for solutions to educational problems and find ways to better engage parents. Davis says in light of the recent shootings in the county involving teens this school year, the group will also address the issue of violence.
Well, we hope that along with what we're considering for the work group for violence specifically, that the idea is to deal with the specifics and the general involvement of parents come together. Parents are the integral part in this. Parents make up communities. Communities are in areas where our schools are in areas where our churches are, and bringing together all of those entities as well as our public entities. We hope that this is a response that carries into every household and into every school and throughout Prince George's County.
Davis says he expects the work group to be up and running in the next few months. Well, the county is one step closer to banning synthetic drugs like K2 and bath salts. The council approved a revision to a bill which would designate the drugs as controlled substances and therefore illegal. Council Chair Andrea Harrison says the distinction is important.
These products to get high, and they're very, very, very dangerous to the human body. There are many people who have suffered seizures and heart attacks and just any number of central nervous system disorders that have come from using the drugs. And so we just want to try, and then people do really crazy things when they're high. So we want to make sure that to the best of our abilities that we're making sure that we keep these substances out of folks' hands as much as possible to keep everyone safe.
Now, a public hearing is being scheduled on the issue. Well, fire officials often remind us to replace the batteries in our smoke detectors at least once a year. Today, Prince George's Fire Chief Mark Bashore and other officials testified before a Senate committee on Bill 969. The bill would require homes, businesses, and other establishments in Maryland to install 10-year lithium battery smoke alarms.
Is a tamper-proof alarm that once it's installed, you leave it up there for 10 years. You don't have to worry about changing the battery every time you change a clock. The batteries last that long. We already know that the filaments inside detectors and alarms after 10 years, they don't work as well. So the 10-year battery and the device get thrown away at the end of 10 years and you put a new one up.
Now, this has been a deadly year. So far, 9 people, including 2 children, have died in fire-related incidents in the county.